Hello, everybody. It is 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, which means that it is coffee with Coach DaniBee. Sorry, my cat is going a little bit nuts right now. He's a kitten and he's got lots of energy and he's just been like running around. So try not to pay attention to him. Yes, so this is my opportunity to connect with my gymnastics community. So hello, all of my virtual fitness parents, gymnastics coaches. I see Ella here. She was a former gymnast of mine. Hello. So everybody get your coffee. We're going to start the morning off with a sip of coffee together. Ready? Oh, I got my perfectly imperfect mug. If you didn't tune in to episode 1 of Coffee with Coach DaniBee, tune in and talk about why I got this awesome mug, because we're all perfectly imperfect and it is wonderful. Here we go. Let's take our first sip of coffee. Yeah, right. It's like my second cup. Delicious. I love coffee. All right, so today we are going to talk about why Coach DaniBee, me, is so obsessed with setting a growth mindset. So we're going to talk about what a growth mindset is, what's the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, what's my personal story with mindsets and why I am so passionate about it myself, and then we're going to talk about why is it so important to teach your kids how to set a growth mindset and why I'm so passionate about teaching it to children. But first of all, can you guys see that I did my hair today? I did it for you guys. I don't know about you guys, but it's been really hard to like self-care when I'm stuck at home all day. Taking a shower and doing my hair is like, oh God, I gotta do my hair. But it had like a 7-mile hike in my hair. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just did it this morning. Oh goodness. But yeah, I did a 7-mile hike on Saturday, and not from like, oh, hey Danielle, you want to go on a 7-mile hike today? No, I was tricked. I was tricked into a 7-mile hike. Are you ever with people that are like, hey, let's just go a little bit farther, like let's go to the top of the hill. And then you ask, well, how far is it? And they're like, oh, it's just a little bit farther. I'm not kidding. 7 miles. 7 miles. I don't do 7-mile hikes. I enjoy like 2 miles max, But I wasn't dying, but my feet are so sore today. I was also with like 3 other guys, and I didn't want to be the girl, the one to be like, can we turn back? I was like, no, I can do this. I'm a woman. I can stick with the guys. And they were all expecting me to be the one to say, let's go back. And I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be that girl to say, I wanted to tough it out. So anyway, I had to do my hair because it had a 7-mile hike in it this morning. So anyway, let's move on to a growth mindset. What's the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset? So there's this fantastic book that's called Mindset by Carol Dweck. I should have had the book here to show you because it's like right in my bookshelf. This book changed my personal life. It changed my teaching life. It is amazing. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. So in this book, they've done lots of research studies to show that there are 2 kinds of types of mindsets that people gravitate to. A fixed mindset person believes that their abilities are fixed. So they believe that it's super talent-based. So if you were born with it, that's really all you were given. There's not a lot of room to grow because you are who you are and there's not much you can do. So with that mentality, what happens is these types of people who I used to be a fixed mindset person. So if you're relating to this, don't worry. I was like that too. What happens is they believe that hard work and effort isn't really rewarded, right? Because they're already set with their abilities. So they don't work as hard as someone who has a growth mindset. Fixed mindset people tend to be performance-based. So they really care about the grade they get. They care about the score in gymnastics they receive more than learning from that, right? They don't take it as an opportunity to learn from it. Or if they get an A in a test, they're super happy. But if they get an F, they don't see that as, oh, I need to work harder, and if I work hard and study more, I'll be able to get an A. They think, oh, I'm stupid. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at math, which is what I always believed. So math was always, oh, I'm just not good at it. I mean, I'll try, but I'll probably not be the best. Instead of having a mentality of a growth mindset to where your abilities aren't fixed. You can grow from whatever you're doing. So say you get an F in that test, in that math test, you don't believe that you're stupid. You just believe that you need more practice. You needed more preparation. You needed more time to focus. And so because of this, a growth mindset person puts a lot of hard work. They're perseverant. They really care about learning and growing, and they emphasize those learning goals. So it's not about the performance. It's more about, did I learn from this? How can I improve and become better at this? And they don't believe that it's a fixed trait that they have. They always feel that they can progress and continually learn and get better. So obviously, what we should strive to have is a growth mindset. Now, I'm going to tell you a bit of my experience and my life story that coincides with having a growth mindset. I had a fixed mindset. So I was a gymnast growing up. I started gymnastics when I was 4 years old, and I was talented. Everybody told me, wow, Danielle is talented. And they put me in TOPS. For people that aren't aware of the gymnastics community, TOPS is called Talent Opportunity Program. So people in the gym, they kind of scout all the little tiny gymnasts that are showing really great potential. Coordination, strength, just naturally flexible. And they'll take these kids and they'll put them in a special class to train them at a higher level. And what TOPS does is they test a child's strength, flexibility, and there's a skill portion too. I mean, this was back in, when did I was 12 in 98. So I joined the TOPS team. I finally made the TOPS team when I was 12. I don't even think it gets to that far now. I think it's from 7 to 10. Maybe somebody can educate me on what the new standards are. But these are really young kids being tested of their natural ability. So already, to me, that sounds very fixed mindset. You either have it or you don't. And you do train to become stronger and better, but there's just such a strong emphasis on talent in gymnastics, and you shouldn't do it if you're not talented. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with parents that say, well, I don't think my child is cut out for this. She's not talented in this sport. Yeah, so that means she should probably do it even more, right? If she's super uncoordinated, super unflexible, isn't strong enough, then gymnastics is the sport for her because she needs these skills. She needs these skills to be able to become a better physical athlete, right? So I don't know where this has come from. I think the Olympics and gymnastics being so big in the Olympic field makes people think that the only goal in gymnastics is to go to the Olympics. Well, do you feel like my child has potential to be an Olympian? The team right now, I think, is five girls in the United States get to go to the Olympics every 4 years. That shouldn't be the goal, right? What's the goal here? And I have to tell you guys, I was a TOPS kid, and then I started coaching for a long time, and I was the talent coordinator in my gym. So I was that scouting person. I would go to regular classes and be like, that girl's got it, that girl's got it. And I mean, I think it is great to get the talented kids and put them in a special class. However, if we are only focused on what they are good at, and we're not showing them, hey, it's okay that you're not succeeding. I wasn't a flexible gymnast, so it's okay that you're not a flexible gymnast. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna keep continuing because you can be a flexible gymnast. But I feel like I was always told, oh, she's just not flexible. Don't have her do split leaps. Don't have her do straddle jumps. Do wolf jumps. Do pike jumps. Things that will look good in her routine. So, yes, so that's my personal story with that. With when I was young. As I got older, the person that actually got me thinking differently was my husband. When I met my husband, he was telling me that when he was a child, they really emphasized learning. For me as a kid, I always emphasized the performance. If I brought home A's, then I was going to be happy with myself and my parents were going to be happy. And with my husband, his family environment was very about, it was about learning. Did you learn the material? And I feel like I was always afraid of looking like I didn't know things, you know? I was very defensive. If I didn't know something, I wouldn't say, oh, I don't know, can you educate me on that? Because I thought that if I said that, people were gonna find out that I was stupid. Because that was like my internal ability. I don't think I'm very smart in that subject. I don't want people to find out. And my husband, when I met him, was very okay with saying, oh, I don't know, can you tell me more about that? I'm not really familiar with that topic. And I was like taken aback, like, oh, I would love to tell you about that topic. And then he bought me the Mindset book by Carol Dweck, and I read the whole entire thing. And I was like, oh my goodness, my whole life I've been fixed mindset. I've thought that I've just had these abilities and I can't change them. And now, guys, I have changed into a growth mindset person. I think that I can do anything. And it's really, really liberating and awesome. So that is why my passion is to teach kids this growth mindset mentality, because it is so important. And this is why. If you are an educator, if you work with kids and they have a mindset that their ability is fixed and there's not much they can do about it, how are you going to teach them? How are they going to learn anything if they're already thinking that they can't learn? There's no point in working hard. There's no point in practicing and getting better because they believe they can't. It's the number one thing that needs to change. Their mindset needs to be open to the possibility that they can learn and improve. And if that isn't taken care of, then no matter what you do, you're just going to be struggling and pulling straws all the time to get them motivated and working hard, when really it's their mindset that needs to change. Also, it is something that will help them throughout their whole entire life. This is a life skill. Especially with preschoolers. Guys, I see fixed mindset behavior in as young as 2. I see kids saying, I can't, and feeling down. And I'm gonna talk about, in another Coffee with Coach DaniBee, I'm gonna talk about how I see these behaviors in kids, in my classes, and how I change that behavior into a growth mindset. What do I say back to them when they show me these fixed mindset sayings? They're sad, they feel like not motivated. It's not that they're lazy, it's because they really truly believe that they can't do it. So that is why it is so important to teach that mindset to kids, that growth mindset. It will last a lifetime. You will see it in their schoolwork. You will see it when they get older and they have a job. You will see it at home. You will be amazed at, if you just change their mindset, how motivated, how willing they are to learn and improve and get better. So that is my little story about mindset. That's why I'm so passionate about it and why I am constantly teaching it to my kids. And I wanted to share it with my community. This is what your kids are learning in my class. Hopefully you hear them say the growth mindset phrase of the month. So the growth mindset phrase for September, because we're moving into October this week. Have you heard your kids say, if it's easy, make it challenging. If it's challenging, keep practicing. So we say that before every single class in September. And in October, we're going to do a different growth mindset saying. But why I do that is because mindset is so important. They need to get their mindset in the right place before practice even begins. Thank you guys so much for joining me with Coffee with Coach DaniBee. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you next Monday at 9 a.m. where we will continue talking about fixed and growth mindset, but how I see it how kids behave when they have a fixed mindset, and what I tell them to get from that fixed mindset to a growth mindset, which hopefully you'll be able to do with your kids at home, at school, at your gym. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.